Right, we're fishing here south coast, summer months, beautiful conditions for sandies. We came to a point here close to Scottsburgh. We're sliding baits, mackerel and chokka and bonnies. And first slide bait, I put out a chokka to look for honeycomb, and I've hooked into a brown skate here. So just busy nursing him around the rock. You can only land the fish to the right of this rock. Just nursing him around, take him to the beach here and get him out. Okay, there we go. So we're looking for sandies, but it's a nice brown. Actually quite a big one, about 20 kilos. Nice fight. Guided around the rocks into the beach so I don't harm the fish. Beautiful fish. In summer months, especially from October, November till February, March along the Natal south coast, you get a lot of these brown skates. We actually call them the long-tail brown. Now the average size about 7 to 15 kilograms. So this specific one is about close to 20, so this is a decent fish. For its size, it's a very strong fish and always fun to catch it. Get this one back. The bait I use here was a slide chokka. It's a very good bait. Sandies, honeycombs, brown skates, most sharks love this bait. And I'm using Gamagatsu hooks. I find them extremely strong and sharp. The tenor hooks are brilliant and very good strike rate. Very seldom lose a fish on these hooks. The rod and reel I'm fishing with a Poseidon heavy rod from Kingfisher. Beautiful rod, I love it. Nice and light but strong rod with a lot of backbone, so you can really pull a fish hard if you need to. And then obviously my Ping Torque, which I use my heavy tackle 050 line on, and the brilliant drag. Just lock it and bring the fish, pull it in where I need it. Okay, your slide sinker is very important. I like to make my own ones. I fish with a 7-ounce slide sinker. It's very frustrating if your slide sinker doesn't hold. So always bend the wires nice and tight, so while you're sliding your sinker don't trip and cause a lot of problems. There you go, nice long wires, and that'll sit in any rough sea. This has got to be the smallest sand shark I've ever seen. This juvenile can only be a few months old. If you look at this fish, it's so hard to believe that they actually grow up to 200 kilos. You know, it's a beast of a fish. It's so small, this one, and cute, that you can't believe that it actually grows up to be a huge fish. I'm going to get this guy back in the water and let him grow to be an absolute giant. Yeah, well, it's been a long tiresome day. We've had a few good pulls, but the fish have been few and far between, and on my last bait I just called in 5 minutes ago, ended up getting pulled flat down, and yeah, it seems like we got a little flatfish here. I've got a
the new Pen Fathom, the 40, and the HMG rod. Fish with 052 line, and all we've been doing is throwing decent baits over the back of this bank, and there's been a few flatfish around. Hasn't been much. We've struggled for pulls, and yeah, it's nice to get one to stick.
Always remember never to go by the tail. The tail's got spikes in it. Those spikes have got serious poison, and they can do some serious damage to anyone that actually gets spiked by them. Handle the fish with care, and make sure that you never shove your fingers in by its eyes. Take the hook out carefully and get it back in the water.